Hello people, this is Larry Cobra and this is Let's Play The Witch of Wild Hunt 3 Blind. Let's continue.
While in Crookback Bog, Ciri had happened on the Crones. The Beastly Sisters took her in, then wavered, unsure if they should eat her or surrender her to the Wild Hunt. Ciri escaped before they could decide. Pursued by a spectral rider, she had fled into the swamp, where Geralt lost her trail once more. He now needed a new lead.
Yeah, speaking of those three witches, I might last time not have made the best possible choices. Those kids that I've met might possibly have been eaten by now. I'm not entirely sure. But that evil tree thing was still an evil tree thing. And I comfort myself with that I genuinely try to make the best possible decisions. But I'm not a seer, and in a game like this, you don't always know how everything's gonna turn out. So, I believe I still did some good, but not all the good, and that of course sucks. I prefer to make all the good. But, well, it is what it is. Oz? There you are, Roach. Let's go and see if we can help Kyra with whatever she needs help with now we talk with the witches. And then it's probably the Baron next. Whoa, whoa, Roach. Going a bit off road there? To the map, the quickest way in is around the back and then in through the window? Map, you're crazy. Anyone ever tell you that? I suspect that the door is slippery roof. The door is actually the best way in.
The rats, why did he need them?
Bloody rodents. Better to have stuffed them with a poison, or crushed them into a pulp with a shovel, but no.
Did you see what he did with them?
Am I interrupting?
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt. You gave me quite a start.
Sorry, she probably not.
But now the mage says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, you did ask, said you had a request.
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The Cursed Isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure.
No.
The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
And that's where I come
Gotta
in.
know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serard, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded.
Okay.
Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre.
Of course it was.
So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
You don't have to flatter me. But I have some questions. First of all,
Why
why?
are you so intent on this?
I'm not, the local peasantry is. The Isle, miss, you've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch. There's no end to it.
Ah, you do care.
See, I thought you didn't care for the locals. The great witch you are.
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
Ah, so there's some
What others
practice.
think. Your image. That's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his fingernails grows annoyed with me.
So the peasants who went to the island for food, This lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A
Why?
real gentleman.
Well, I never met him. But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man, judging by what a mage from the Isle told me.
So maybe
A
something
mage
different
lived
happened?
on the island. Did you know him? Where is he now?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Very few survived. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths. Strangely, they did not seem to have been poisoned.
I'll help you.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
I thought I could walk on the water.
What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Sure.
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you. It might not be the most pleasant experience.
Is that why you're giving it
Figured
away?
as much. Tell you all about it later. Maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Looks like the head of a fleshlight, I gotta admit. I never heard of one of
Never
those.
heard of a Xenovox.
It works just like a megascope, but is far more portable. Think of it as a magic box that talks.
They hard to build?
Extremely. That's why they're so rare. I certainly couldn't build anything like it.
So no chance these Xenovoxes will catch on with every mage using one?
Not the slightest.
Well, I guess we'll still have to invent the phone then. Where'd you get it?
So where'd you get the Xenovox?
Found it in the mine along with the lamp. Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't realize what I'd actually found until later.
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used them.
Okay, well I'm off to Fyke Island.
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Fyke Isle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt.
Be careful.
Thank you.
Oh, well that's also good. Oh, that reminds... You have a new question. Quick access. Okay. Okay. Anyway, another reason to come in here was that, I didn't really investigate, Endrega, yeah. I thought the workers were harmless. I thought wrong. Jenna the Gimp, a trap. Workers are the most numerous and thus the most frequently encountered caste of Endrega. Within the colony that utilized in building nests and cocoons, securing food, and caring for eggs and larvae. When fighting there were some warriors to aid them, yet if forced to defend themselves they will, and do so surprisingly well. Ooh, vulnerable against Relict, Oil, and Quen. Sister crones hand in hand terrors of the sea and land, thus do go about thrice to thine, thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. The ice in the corners of the world harbor were creatures older than humans, older than academies and mages, older even than elves and dwarves. The crones of Crookback Bog are such creatures. No one knows their true name nor what breed of monstrosity they in fact are. Common folk have given the 3 sisters the names Weavers, Breavers, and Whispers, and called the 3 some the Ladies of the Wood, or simply the Good Ladies. The crones act as the true sovereigns of Velen, whose inhabitants may help survive from harsh times and return for unquestioning obedience. They wield powerful magic, but one different from that of mages. They draw power from water and earth and are bound to the land in which they live. The crones can hear everything that happens in their woods, predict the future, twist the threads of human lives, and bring blessings as well as curses. The crones seem for all intents and purposes to be immortal. Magic elixirs keep them from aging, allow them to take the appearance of young women. These elixirs and their mystical ties to this woman, which we believe also gives them supernatural strength and vitality. Well, speaking of people dying and such, apparently I missed something in the manor last time. Something that might have helped give a little bit of clear picture of what happened. Oh.
Let's go!
Let me just check the map. Where are we going, actually? Ah, probably down to the boat there to sail all the way up there. Huh. Go figure. Whoa! And then we followed the road, okay, Roach?
Slow now. Whoa.
Would somebody cut that guy down from there? I was afraid I'll run face first into his ball sack. I think he's right. When it's raining roasty oceans of broad lakes, hills and mountain valleys, walk into as many areas inaccessible on foot or horseback. To get to them, you must either swim or sail. Look at boats along the shoreline, looking at the map with a harbour symbol. With boats measured in rocks are symbol with damage might even sink. To have will press E. Well, I'm going somewhere now. What a terrible night to have a curse.
Geralt, can you hear me? How goes it? Where are you?
You sound free.
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait. This Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
Well, I think we're approaching.
Geralt? Are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear. Quite broke already. Sheesh, short-lived this mess.
What did you say? Interference. You must be very careful.
Yeah, speaking of interference, these guys apparently explode. Okay. We'll keep in mind. Did I get a bestiary entry? I think I did get one. Rot fiends. Of course it reeks. I think they're called rot fiends because they smell like roses. Vesemir, witch of the wolf school. Rot fiends resemble decomposing human bodies that have been stripped of their skin. Their presence is given away by the overwhelming stench of their rot, which gives them their name. devours a particular dangerous kind of raw fiend marked by insatiable appetite for human flesh. Lovely. Just lovely. This place is already turning out to be such a great place. You want some? No? Well, then you better stay away. You know better if I whistled, rogues would show up.